there anybody out there? I shall wait patiently. Live chat. There's one person. Must be working. Hey, whack man. Surprise, surprise. Hey, tangent. Tangents. Hey, Jim. G'day indeed. Hey, Natan from Israel. Sorry I can't pronounce your Wunchak. Is that Russian? Hey, Achilles from Greece. Hey, Anthony from Ohio. Hey, Chimpy, how goes the solar install? It's fine, there's nothing wrong with the solar install, but I can tell you about potential battery things in a minute. Nikolaj, Czech Republic. Geez, get people from everywhere. It's incredible. Sorry about the light behind me. It's probably the best I can do. Thank you very much, Martin, from the Nether regions. Haven't been to the Netherlands? Hey, Paul. Oh, Ukraine, sorry. Not Russia, Ukraine. That's a gaff and a half. New Zealand sniper across the Tasman, indeed. You're not allowed to have guns there. I don't believe you're allowed to have a sniper rifle there, would you? NZ sniper. Hey, O'Keefe from Ireland. Jeez, everyone's, rugged up. It's not that cold. Could probably do it in a t-shirt, but you know, just in case. Like if the wind comes up, like the wind, it still has. Like, there's absolutely not a breath of wind. But if it comes up, you know, yeah, the wind chill would be quite something. Hey, Kalgoorlie. Erskineville. That is officially the closest. Erskineville. From Mark, from Erskineville. Hey, Carthor. Guns still allowed in Oz, but no big knives. Yep, guns are still allowed. I can go buy a gun if I want. People think guns are banned in Australia. They're not. They are not. Guns are not banned in Australia. Handguns are, I believe. You've got to have a real, you know, you've got to be like a security guard or, you know, or something like that to have a handgun. But no, guns are legal here. In fact, I looked up the database once of guns in my local suburb, Borkham Hills, and there were like 600 registered guns in Borkham Hills. Right, something like that. It's actually a database. You can actually you can find out the number of gun owners, but there's very strict laws. Like, you know, you can't carry one. Owning one for self-defense is not allowed. You have to have no criminal record at all. If you get any criminal, if there's a hint of a crime, they come and take your gun away, I think. No, but I could own a gun. I could just I am registered, there's lots of paperwork involved, and you've got to have a gun, and you've got to have an approved gun safe, and they come and inspect it, and then you've got to keep your ammunition in a separate safe, and they'd have to come and inspect that, blah, 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 blah. And all sorts of things. Autos and semi-autos are illegal, yes they are. Yes they are. But you can certainly own a gun here in Australia if you're not a criminal. Imagine this before the internet. We'd need a bunch of satellites and lots of money. Indeed. Hey, Christian. Oh, handguns are not banned, just need to be a member of a club. Yeah, I think you're right there. Yeah, because a friend of mine did brag about having a handgun of some description. I think it was more of like a sports handgun. Like it wasn't like a Glock 19 or something like that. You know, it was like, I don't know, some sports pistol or something. But yeah, you could. Yeah, I think, yes, you might be able to have a handgun in that case. Good old bolt action is allowed though. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're allowed to have a shotgun or not. Not sure. But ironically, you're not allowed to own one for self-defense. That is not a legit reason to own one. But somebody ever breaks into your home and you've got time to open your safe, or it just happens to not be open, or happen to not be locked, and it's under your pillow, then it's as good as any other weapon to defend yourself. I believe, anyway. Don't quote me on that. But we don't have to worry about that here. It's very good. You're at North Ryde. Oh, Jim, you're just at North Ryde. Okay. Is North Ryde technically closer than Erskineville? Sensible rules, just like the UK. Yeah. Thing is, it's not the guns that's the problem, it's the gun culture. We don't have a gun culture. I do not have to worry about being mugged at gunpoint. I do not have to worry about somebody breaking into my home and with a gun. In fact, there's a famous video here. Famous two Aussie blokes, or one Aussie bloke mostly, was at a party or something. He was coming home and he noticed that there were two guys robbing a servo, a local service station, petrol station, gas station for you Yanks. So he went in and went, "Oh, I'm not having any of this crap." And he noticed their getaway car was out the front, and they were. So he took the keys out of their getaway car, and when they came out, he just went, "Ha!" and he tossed them down the drain, or something like that. And they interviewed him, like it made the 6 o'clock news, right? And they interviewed him, and he said, "Oh, yeah, I was a bit worried they might have had a knife." And that's all he was worried about, and that's legit what we would be worried about here. We wouldn't be worried about that someone's got a freaking gun, because there's just no gun culture here. And yeah, we have very strict laws, of course. Stock up on machetes. Yeah, I might have to stock up on machetes before New South Wales bans them. I've got a pretty good axe. I do want to get myself a sword. I don't know, I'm thinking about, a 14th century arming sword, maybe, but, it's a bit unwieldy. Watching crime shows from the AU makes me think it was a wild place. They're mostly from Melbourne, yeah, it's mostly Melbourne. Melbourne's a shithole. We have cricket bats, yes, indeed. We have cricket bats. No problem you can't solve with a cricket bat. Yeah, the thonging. Yeah, we'll thong ya. For those who want an absolute hilarious TV show to watch, Howzos. Oh my God, Howzos. It is hilarious. And there's a couple of spin-off movies, I think. There's there's at least one spin-off movie, and our Prime Minister did a cameo, or a former Prime Minister did a cameo in it. Julia Gillard, I think, did a cameo. Oh boy, yeah, hilarious. Howzos. Oh my God, it's so bad it's good. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a guy that threatened to slap a guy around with a thong in a servo. Yeah, trying to steal stuff. Yeah, thonging's a real thing here. But thongins are very much the weapon of choice in in housos. Housos versus Authority. That's it. That's the name of the movie. There's a movie length one called Housos versus Authority, I think. And like they're slapping the cops with their thong. it's hilarious. Oh my god. TV series recommendation. I don't know where you can get that from. Yeah, swords allowed, I think. I can buy a sword. Yeah. Yep. I can buy any form of sword I like. Yeah, I actually tweeted that. I tweeted the cop with the spanner thing. And I said, yeah, you better hurry up and go buy your Synchromes because they're going to ban spanners. It's a spin-off series of Fat Pizza, yes. Yes, correct, ma'am. Swift and Shift Couriers and Swift and Shift Couriers. So there's, like 3 TV series at least made by the same mob or affiliated with the same people. Yeah, Fat Pizza, Swift and Shift, and Housos. It's great. Never bring a knife to a thong fight. Budgie smugglers. Or brass like in the old Benny Hill show. There's a bunch of Housos and Fat Pizza episodes on YouTube. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I don't think stun guns and tasers are legal. Don't quote me on that. I would bet decent money they'd be illegal. Did I visit Vivid? No. Is it still on? But I asked Sagan if he wanted to go to Vivid, and he said no. So I was kind of surprised. So I saw him setting it up because we went to the Toto concert. I think they were setting it up. Went to the Toto concert a couple of weeks ago, and in the city at night. And in Chinatown there, they were setting up some. There was, I don't know, something that was set up. I do enjoy Vivid, but it's bloody crowded though. Mr. In-Between, Aussie crime series, okay. But only actual criminals. Don't ever SEO out. I buy products you review because I trust your judgment. Thank you, Becky. I won't ever sell out. I think you mean sell there. Ever sell out instead of SEO, which is search engine optimization. I think that was supposed to be, is that one of the autocorrects or something? Sell, yes, asterisk next to it. Stun gun taser not legal in New Zealand. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Vivid started last Friday, I think. Okay, on for a month. Okay, it's still on. I'll ask Mrs. EEVblog. What 3D printer do I have? I've got a video on my second channel on that. It's a Creality K1. I've got a Creality K1. They sent it to me. I did like a reviewy kind of thing. It's pretty good. Don't mind it. Fat fingers, okay. Creality, yeah. It's either Creality or Bamboo, isn't it? But didn't Bamboo did some bad stuff recently? Didn't they screw the community or something? Stun gun illegal, taser restricted, yeah. Doesn't surprise me. Oh, Tula from Fat Pizza is the only one that went anywhere, really? Okay. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. Rebel Wilson. Have any good 3D printers that print with metal now? I got no idea. I don't follow that market at all. Zero. I don't have a drone. Pull tab. I don't have a drone. Well, I've got my old homemade one, which was done with when the Arducopter first came out. Who remembers the Arducopter? This was before you could buy commercial drones, like any decent commercial drone. You build them yourself. And Arducopter was the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I've still got an Arducopter drone. It's down in the bunker somewhere. Barely flies. Thong gun. Ender 3. Yeah, the Creality Ender. They offered to send me an Ender the new Ender. Is it the Ender 3 or Ender 4 or something? They offered to send me the new Ender, but like I've already got the K1. Why? It's like, meh. Seem to go the Apple HP Lexmark route. Okay, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, Bamboo. I've heard they're really good. Yeah, the man who stopped that attack by fighting back broke the law, yeah. We do have home invasion laws here. We got quite strict home invasion laws in this state. They're all state-based. So yeah, don't break into my home. You will regret it. Don't come knocking on my door. You will regret it. You just got a Creality filament dehydrator. Haven't had a filament issue since using it. Yeah, I made the mistake of leaving my filament just on the back of the machine, and I went to it was all cracked. It had all hardened and cracked. It's, you know, useless. Yeah, I've got a vacuum sealer. Don't you have to like vacuum seal them back up or something? Anyway, I'm going to be doing a bunch of printing with it soon. I just ordered some new filament, like that metallic looking filament, you know, that shiny multicolored metallic-y kind of filament. I just ordered 2 reels of that of different types, different colors. So the kids want me to print something for a school thing. So I'll be using that again. Use Prusa printers if you're not allowed to have your design in the cloud. Oh, right, okay. The founder of Prusa is apparently a fan of the channel. He one of the key people at Prusa wanted to meet me in Sydney, but we couldn't team up or something. I don't know what happened there. But he said, yeah, the founder's a big fan of the channel. And they offered me a printer, but I already had the K1, you know, so it's like... I don't want to get into the 3D printer review market. There's so many channels that do that way better. In New Zealand, the police only carry tasers, not guns. Interesting, okay. They do have guns in a lockbox in the police car if needed. Interesting. Bamboo Labs A1, okay. Dave's dodgy electrical wiring would disable any criminal. Don't report it. Just turn on the wood chipper. Yeah. Is the shiny filament conductive? I don't think so. I think it's just some whiz-bang polymer or something. I don't know. But it kind of looks, it has that sort of metallic sheen to it, kind of, you know, thing. But it isn't metal. I don't think it's conductive. No, I haven't tried Google's AI Video Gen VO3. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. Don't even have coffee at our house. If you visit our house, we wouldn't even be able to make your coffee. Sorry. Not a thing. Yeah, silver silk. That's it. Whacked man. Silver silk. Yeah, it's silver silk. And yeah, like you can get them in like 20 different bloody colours and multicolours, and yeah, I ordered 2 reels of silver silk of different colours. One's got like 3 colours. It's like purple, green, and blue or something. It looks really cool. Put filament in bag with a desiccant. Yeah, I probably should get a bunch of spare desiccant bags or whatever. I have not had a single issue with the Trump tariffs. I've been shipping to the US and nobody's complained, so I'm not sure. Because they're under the $800 limit, right? I assume so. No, I haven't had a single person complain about the tariff. I've had people ask me about it, and I just go, I don't know. Sorry, it's changing too quick, and there's all state things as well. Joe Prusa, what a missed opportunity. Oh, it wasn't him. It was one of his sidekicks or something wanted to meet me while he was in Australia. Can I tell everyone around me to be quiet? A thong review channel. I'll corner the market. Joseph proves of the Elon Musk of 3D printing. Okay, I don't know his backstory. I don't know what he's done. When am I going to buy a Cybertruck? Never. No, you can't. I'm pretty sure you cannot buy a Cybertruck in Australia. You could probably import one, but you can't. But you can't place. I'm pretty sure you can't place an order one here. That's why I've never seen one except at the recent show, the recent EV show. Terrorists are halted by new court ruling maybe 5 hours ago. Oh, right, okay. That's bullshit. I think all that stuff is bullshit. You should not, the courts should not be able to do that. Local courts are injuncting everything Trump does. It should not be allowed. I don't care if you hate Trump's guts. That should not be allowed. Any judicial, any federal, executive branch decisions should not be able to be injuncted by a local court just because some activist judge doesn't like the president. That's bullshit. It shouldn't happen. Is filament universal? They're pretty universal. They try to, some of the brands say, we recommend this brand of filament, our branded filament, but no, they're totally universal. So, yeah. I don't like the taste of coffee. It's an acquired. I don't drink caffeine either, so I don't have those, the Red Bull stuff. I'm not going to drink any of that shit. No. Coffee is an acquired taste. I never acquired it. Same with alcohol. Alcohol is an acquired taste. Never acquired it. So I don't drink coffee or alcohol, or tea for that matter. Yeah, there's no right-hand Cybertruck. Why am I live streaming? Because I'm at the kids' sports. So going to have a live stream for an hour. So I go at precisely 8:30 or 7:30. Australia's too harsh a climate for a Cybertruck. Oh, it's a federal court, is it? Well, I've heard that all the local courts have been doing it. All local courts have been injuncting. Like I get, I see it on the news. It's like it happens like every day. There's multiple ones a day. Some local judge says, no, can't do that. I'm going to injunct it. Piss off. Oh, you can't use a Cybertruck in the EU, really? They're banned. They're too big and dangerous, are they? All right. Well, that's what I've been hearing, Rubio. A whole bunch of local courts have been injuncting executive decisions. That's what I've been hearing. I may be wrong, but I've seen countless news reports of this. Yes, there are federal courts as well doing it, but I've heard that like state courts and stuff are doing it as well. Carrefour was also a non-coffee drinker. Yeah, total social outcast. Right, I don't know about that, Brumby. I don't know. I'm pretty sure former presidents have done tariffs. I don't think it's a congressional thing. Hot sauce. I don't mind hot things occasionally, but I won't go out of my way. Hello, Mr. Train. 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The super tax Al Hazen, the super tax changes, absolutely deplorable. I totally reject those on pure principle. That is absolute bullshit. And it's non-indexed, so $3 million won't be worth shit in 20 to 30 years' time, and you'll be hit with it too. I won't be, but it doesn't matter. No, purely principle. I'm totally against that. No, piss off. Taxed unrealised gains. No, I draw the effing line at taxing unrealised gains. No, piss off. No, that is a extremely bad move. All of the rich people will just move their money out of the country. No, it's an absolute shit show. No, totally against it. Tesla want to build a car factory in Australia, really? Is that new, Ben? First time I've heard that. Oh dear, that's a groaner. Oh, I missed it. Anyway, there was a joke by somebody. I've missed it now. Two antennas have had a wedding. The reception was amazing. Oh dear. Oh, a battery factory in South Australia. What, a Tesla? Like a local Tesla factory in Australia to manufacture batteries, really? Anyway, speaking of batteries, yeah, people's super totally off limits and unrealised gains. Like, F off. No. Absolutely no. No, it's disgusting. Tax you on unrealised gains. Bullshit. Yeah, speaking of batteries, yeah, we've got a ton of lithium. We have the world's largest lithium deposits, I believe. Tesla wins council approval for new factory in South Australia despite vocal anti-Musk sentiment. Awesome. Wow. Go South Australia. So that's actually is that a car factory or a actual Tesla battery factory? I assume it's a battery factory. They wouldn't. Wow. That's great. Yeah, we should be manufacturing batteries locally here. Absolutely. We've got the world's largest supply of lithium. I just tweeted something before I came here. It was Australia is by far the country with the most minerals that are used inside batteries. We've got rare earths. We've got all the fancy stuff, and cobalt and all sorts of things. We've got all the fancy stuff. So, yep. We have the world's biggest supply of, like, when you combine them all together, like it was a chart, like Australia was number one, and we had, like, you know, segments of all the different types, all the different types of minerals. You have to go check out my X feed. And Australia's was this long. Next longest country was here, probably China, and then boop, boop, and they all just get smaller and smaller. Australia was number one in terms of battery minerals. Lithium batteries are not the future. Good luck trying to not use lithium. Yes, I've got gold. Yeah, we've got one of the world's largest gold reserves as well. Yeah, Australia's 9 out of the 10 raw elements we need to make LiPo batteries. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, hang on. Is that a Tesla battery recycling facility? Is it a manufacturing or a recycling facility? Yes, the taxes do not apply to politicians and government officials. Convenient, huh? No, of course not. They're not going to give you credit on unrealised losses, you peasant. Have I ever reacted or watched a Thunderfoot video? Nowadays he's very political but still a very smart dude. Of course I have, Alex. Thunderfoot's a mate of mine, and we've done, we've been on each other's videos, so to speak. He's mentioned me tons of times, I've mentioned him tons of times, and we've hung out on some live chats sometimes. So yeah, but there's a thread on the EEVblog forum about Thunderfoot's videos, if you're that keen to go discuss it. And yeah, I think the last 16 of his videos, if memory serves me correctly, have been about Musk. So yeah, I wish he would just go back to doing other stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's getting him any extra views, actually. So I don't think he's doing it for the views. I think he does it because he just hates Musk. Unrealized gains equals imaginary profit that hasn't happened yet. So that sounds really not good. Yeah, it's bad, Stefan. It's the worst thing you can possibly do. In regards to taxes, it's almost the worst thing that you can possibly do is to tax unrealized gains. It means if your house suddenly, let's just say you tax unrealized gains on the house that you owned, right? And you actually lived in your house. If it doubled in value, which they do here in Australia, they triple, they quadruple. Then, if they suddenly deem that you've earned $1 million profit on your house, bingo, you have to suddenly pony up I don't know what the rate is it 15% or something? You have to suddenly pony up $150,000, and if you don't have the money, you've got to sell your house to pay, and that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, they can F right off. You just prepared someone's final tax return they bought in 1970 for 45k, brutally low cost base, maxes the tax. My parents bought in 1970, 71, and our house cost $12,000. Cost $12,000. Yep. Now a house in that area, that same house still there, is worth probably $1 million now. Oh, well, no, it's maybe if it was done up fairly well, it's probably a $700,000 house, something like that. Oh well, the chats are just going all over the place. Camera angle's a bit how you doing? Oh well, suck it up. Hang on. Oops. All right. Yes, that's how it works. That's how it works, Baxter. First they bring in unrealized gains light. Several years it's unrealized gains iron fist. Yeah. No, fuck them. No, I'm actually going to, even though I'm not going to hit the limit, I might actually actively stop putting money into my super fund. Screw them. People who are well off and are going to hit that $3 million limit, or think they might, they just won't put money into super anymore. What they'll do, here's an easy way to avoid it, right? Easy way to avoid it is to start up a business, right? Even if you don't have a business, start an investment business, right? Just start a proprietary limited business, put money into that, invest that, and then the gains, then there won't be any unrealized gains on that, because and then you take a dividend or a wage for the rest of your life. You use the business as a super fund, and I'm kind of already doing that. I'm saving up money in my business, And I own investments in my business. My business actually invests money now. So I've got various investments which pay a regular income source. And yeah, no, screw super. British window tax, I've never heard of that. 16% tax on windows. Yeah, the impedance analyzer is very cool. This afternoon I just tried to measure, I knew it wouldn't have the range, but I tried to measure it anyway. I tried to measure the plane capacitance on a 4-layer board. So I was going to do a video on that. Unfortunately, its peak was beyond the 10 megahertz range. So I got out my Bode 100, which can also do an impedance plot, and it goes up to 50 megahertz. Obviously, it's not as accurate, it's not as precision, it's nowhere near close, but it can do the same thing. And the peak, the plane capacitance was 2 nanofarads, and the impedance was lowest at just before 50 megahertz. So it's really annoying. So I would have liked to have gone higher, but my Bode 100 stops at 50 megahertz. But I'll probably still do a video on that because there's some interesting things to explore there. Windows were literally bricked up to avoid the tax. Unbelievable. Yeah, of course. That is the long-term plan, Rob. Get everyone a system taxation of unrealised assets. Get people used to the fact that the government can tax unrealised gains. That's why I say F off right now. That's right, like, and people defend them, going, oh, it's only for rich bastards. If you've got $3 million in your super fund, you deserve to pay tax. No, fuck off. My God, people are stupid sheep. They really are. No, get stuffed. Hey, Wizard Tim. Yeah, they're getting you used to unrealised gains, and then they'll put it on personal tax, and then they'll put it on business tax. Screw that. It doesn't matter, Oz. It doesn't matter that it's only on values over 3 million. It does not matter. It does not matter. It's the principle of the thing, and it will always come down. It'll keep coming down, and then they'll introduce it, slide it into every other aspect of your life. I guarantee it. If you support this unrealised, tax on unrealised gains, you need your head examined. You really do, because you don't know how politics works. You don't know how anything works. If you support it, you're just a dumbass. Anyone who supports it is just absolutely stupid. Startups trying to bring software concepts to electronic design, like modular code to schematic collaboration. That's my background, because I worked at Altium. Altium tried to do that. Altium tried to do collaboration. Oh, PCB collaboration. It's the next big thing. Somebody can lay out this part of the board, another person can lay out this part of the board, and everyone can get together, and it was just a flop. It's just a flop. It's not how it works in the real world. So, and everyone was going to be modular. Oh, why do you have to design? Why do you have to lay out? Everyone, when they design a product, they need a power supply. Why redo a power supply every single time? That's just stupid. It should be a drop-in module. The layout's already done, the schematic's already done, just drop it in. And Altium were working on this concept when I was working there. This was like 12 years ago. And no, it flopped. No, nobody wanted it. It's fundamentally not how it works in practice. It's currently 16 degrees C in Sydney. Oh yeah, it'll be about 16 degrees, I reckon. Hey, Kerry. How about go back to when people could talk and disagree and still be friends? Yeah, Anthony. just insane. Yeah, no, instead they flee to blue sky. Into the echo chamber that is blue sky. I do have a blue sky account. I experimented posting on there, and some people just told me, oh, you're a blah 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 blah. You won't believe who blocked me on Blue Sky. I won't say the name, but you'd be very surprised who blocked me on Blue Sky. And I'm not sure if it was personal or not, or if it was just some automated blocking tool that had me on a list or something. But yeah, I won't say it because I don't want to get into it. But yeah, someone I considered I still consider a very good friend, and I've got no problems. Even if they did block me, I have no problem with it. It doesn't bother me at all, but you would be surprised. Yeah, no, people can block me, and even I've had people who've tried to cancel. I've done a video on this. I had people who tried to cancel me, like actually physically get me removed from platforms, right? Actively tried to cancel me, and started a mob thing, and everything based on a false premise, and yet I have no problem with them whatsoever, and I've even retweeted some of their stuff over the years since that happened. It's like some people just, I don't know, they really hold a grudge, and they're so black and white. It's terrible. What a shit way to live your life. Unrealised gain tax sounds like a good way to crash house prices. I would love house prices to crash. I own a home. I personally would love my home to halve in value. Seriously. But unfortunately, that's not going to do it. Why aren't I constantly checking around for spiders and snakes? Nah, she'll be right. Just get used to it. Are you going to do a follow-up on the HD3? They've had quite a few firmware updates. Oh, got too many other things to do. It's TEA time. What's this light in camera angle? I've instantly come 30 years older. Oh well. Too bad. What is GG doing? Sorry, I must have missed. People are talking about GG. Your rule is don't pass any more laws, yeah. When am I going to get my pilot's license? It's not going to happen. I don't have the time. And Mrs. EEVblog probably wouldn't be happy. I almost went for my pilot's license once. When I was early 20s, I think. I kid you not, I literally got up one day and I went, I'm going to fly a plane today. I literally got up in the morning and went, I think I'm going to fly a plane today. Screw this. So I called up a local pilot school at Bankstown Airport, and I said, I'd like to hire a plane, please. And I'd like to fly down to Wollongong. And they went, oh, have you got any flying experience? Nope. Never flown a plane before, but I'd love to do it. So I got a little Cessna 152. Oh my god. It's a box with wings. A little Cessna 152, and I flew it down to Wollongong. Had a pilot, had a co-pilot, of course. Yeah, but he was happy to let me fly down to Wollongong and back. We came back along the cliffs. fantastic. So we're only like, I don't know, 500 feet off the water or something, and there's giant cliff faces on the way back, and there was a lot of turbulence at that sort of the wind off the walls and everything else. And I can remember the pilot I had, it was his first time ever flying in Sydney. He had no idea where he was going. So we had the maps and everything, and I'm trying to read the maps and, you know, do all sorts of things. And what happened is my door flew open. And then he was trying to read the map. He was trying to read one of the maps at the time, and my door flew open. The doors on a Cessna 152 are pretty flimsy. The little catch on it, I don't know. It flew open, and the map just went flying, and I just caught it. Just caught it as it was going out the door. Just caught the map. Anyway, we did eventually land safely at Bankstown, but that was fun. Yeah, I thought I'd go for my pilot's license after that, but I don't know. Average Joe won't take action until they see the home's taxed for unrealised gains. No, just cancel immigration. Just stop all immigration, or drop it by an order of magnitude, and take away negative gearing, and it's all over Red Rover. Yeah, thin edge of the wedge, Brumby. I almost look like Christian Bale. Really? Wizard Tim, I have a very bad view on Super because Sun Super silently opted me into their insurance policies, only told me about it after they drained my account. It's now illegal. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay, it's been a long time. I've had a self-managed super fund for a long time, so... Oh, no, yeah, I had, when I actually had like a regular super fund that my company was paying into, you know, company I work for was paying into, which I've had my entire life. Yeah, I had insurance in that, but it didn't drain it. It wasn't much. It was like, you know, a few $100 a year or something. I'm currently, in my self-managed super fund, I'm currently paying, it keeps going up, because I'm getting older, I guess. Currently, like the insurance, the life insurance is about $650 a year, I think, something like that. But yeah, self-managed super fund, highly recommended, but it is expensive. It'll cost you $2,000 to $2,500 a year for your self-managed super fund, but you have control over it. I bought my storage bunker in the self-managed super fund. My self-managed super fund owns my storage bunker. Yeah, been having a good week. Yeah, that's it, Ben. Sneaker law in by claiming it won't apply to most people and slowly change the limits over 10 years to apply for everyone. Frog and boiling water thing, yep. Indeed. Yeah, they want to get you used to the idea of tax on unrealised gains, and then they'll apply it to everything. Guaranteed. I don't care, Oz Norman. Don't care. If you're for it, you're a fool. You're an absolute fool. I was blocked by BWE. Yeah, I've heard there's going to be an expose on BWD, the BWE guy, on a current affair. Possibly. But then again, they do investigations on things and they don't actually go through with it in the end, which is common. But I've heard, yeah, they're asking for people to be part of the story. How's my solar setup doing? It's working great. Shark Media. I've just got... Oh! We finished early. Alright, sorry guys, gotta go. Catch you next time. No, it was not Fran. No. Sorry. Finished early. Catch you next time.